What comes to mind when you think of nuclear energy? It very likely is not a good thing, because for many, the accidents of Chernobyl and Fukushima spring to mind first. Nuclear in general is not often a positively associated word, which leads to nuclear energy having a tarnished reputation. Which is why in this video we would go over the significance of nuclear energy and the potential policies that will open up the discussion. Many claim nuclear energy is not safe to use, but time and time again it's been shown that nuclear energy is very safe to use when tamed and operated with correctly. Both Chernobyl and Fukushima were human-made errors on the operation of power plants rather than errors on the machinery itself. Bad regulations and safety precautions led to these accidents. Okay, but these accidents still occurred and had major impacts on the world, so why not look at other energy sources? All it takes is to realize that fossil fuels are the largest sources of energy for electricity generations, with the split being natural gas with 38% of the US electricity generation in 2021 and coal with 22%. Fossil fuels, however, have had just as many issues, if not more issues, than nuclear energy over time. Fossil fuels produce large quantities of carbon dioxide when burned, which, if not obvious enough, is incredibly harmful to the environment. Coal in itself emits over 250 times as much carbon emissions in tons as nuclear energy. It's not all sunshine and rainbows either when it comes to casualties. Fossil fuels have had its fair share of accidents as well. Every year, millions of deaths are attributed to pollution caused by the usage and burning of fossil fuels. So if fossil fuels are bad, what should we do? Well, the simple answer is to put trust into nuclear energy and invest in it through policy changes. Here are 5 potential changes to policy and regulations that will each be described one by one. Better safety regulations for power plants. Ideally, there should be regulations implemented into each and every power plant where there always has to be somebody operating, or at least at a close proximity to the controls, in order to limit freak accidents and, if anything, have more frequent routine checks by upper level supervisors to ensure everything is up to standard. While routine checks may already be a component of regulating safety, there is no reason why there should not always be a supervisor hands-on. Upkeep and restoration. Nuclear power plants have not been built to completion in the United States for over 30 years now. Considering the cost to build new ones, the very minimal task would be to at least restore the power plants that exist already in the US, see how they operate, and optimize energy enough to project whether or not the investment will pay off. Building new power plants. This would be much more ideal than restoring existing power plants, and as of now, it is estimated that nuclear power plants cost over $10 billion to build. However, in comparison to other government spending, this investment might actually pay off. About 60 power reactors are currently being constructed in 15 different countries, most notably being China, India, Russia, and the United Arab Emirates. Building new power plants ensure that these plants are to the highest standards and regulations of the modern times. Changes to the overall operation. According to an expert, there are 2 major ways to control safety of nuclear power plants. One is to avoid nuclear meltdowns by dealing with the efficient cooling of the reactor, and the other is to prevent the release of radioactive material. In China, Chinese government involvement and cooperation with nuclear policies and implementations has led to China's reactors being ranked number 1 in terms of safety, with 70% of all plants in China being ranked highly. The US can take this into account and establish a similar model to their operating standards. Increase the usage and operation of power plants. This perhaps is the number 1 way to see nuclear energy pay off all of its investments. Nuclear has the highest capacity factor at around 90%, which in compared to fossil fuels, which is closer to 40 to 50%. Essentially, nuclear energy is much more reliable for generating maximum amounts of energy at a far more consistent rate than any other energy sources, especially the most notable competition, fossil fuels. Nuclear energy is the safest, cleanest, and most efficient energy source, which is why these potential policy changes and regulations should be looked at when considering the future of electricity generation within the United States. Thanks for watching.